Open your nostrils and take a good wholesome whiff. Do you smell that now?
Yes, sir.
Now, what do you suppose that lovely aroma wafting through the corridors here is?
Rats, perhaps.
Well, rat dung, if we're going to be perfectly precise about the odor's origin. The subtlest hint of sawdust as well, I think. Are you certain that you worked with rats before?
Yes, sir, I did.
Perhaps the rats you employed were constipated, or maybe just blessed with the ability to defecate odorlessly?
I don't think that was the case.
Well, fortunately for you, I am faithfully committed to human research. So, what do you know about mescaline?
Mescaline?
If that's your response, I'm going to assume not much. It's a hallucinogen, comes from a cactus.
Oh.
I'm interested in testing how mescaline enhances aesthetic sensitivity.
Wow. That sounds quite,
Oh, it's a good bit more than quite, believe me. And I say this strictly outside of my capacity as your thesis advisor. Should the opportunity present itself, a mescal dabble is worth considering. Have you seen this in the Yale Daily News?
What's that, sir?
On the front page here. City court convicts 20 students.
I did read that.
A lot of names listed here. Do you know any of these fellows?
No, sir. Not personally.
Says it happened over in Calhoun College. Which of the colleges here are you in?
I'm in Davenport College. There has been quite a lot of chatter about it around campus.
20 boys and 1 girl? I imagine there would be some talk. You know, this could actually be your project, Sanders.
My project? I'm not sure I understand.
You must have some sense of what went on there.
I honestly don't know that much, sir.
It is pretty vague here in the paper. No details of the crime were raised at the trial. It was just presented in writing to the judge. And they were all convicted of lascivious carriage, whatever that is. That being said, I'm sure if you track down some of these fellows, do a little investigating, you could find out what really happened. It could actually be quite an interesting retrospective study. The effect group pressure plays in something like this is absolutely fascinating.
That sounds really interesting, but I'm not sure I feel particularly comfortable investigating.
Fair enough. Where are you from, Sanders?
Independence, Kansas.
South of Kansas City and north of the Oklahoma border.
That's right, just north of the Oklahoma border. You know Independence?
I actually saw it on a map. The name stood out. Will you be returning to Independence after graduation?
I'm applying to medical school.
You're going to be a doctor.
Yes. Look, I really do need a thesis project, and though it sounds very interesting, I'm not sure the mescaline one is for me.
No, I don't think so. Do me a favor, read this for me. Aloud, please. I'd like to hear it.
Obedience is as basic an element in the structure of social life as one can point to. We know that given certain general circumstances, such as the situation of an army in war, men can be commanded to kill other men and will obey. They may even be commanded to destroy their own lives and will obey.
I don't like that repeat of obey. Any suggestions for a synonym, Sanders?
They may even be commanded to destroy their own lives and will follow?
No.
Comply.
They may even be commanded to destroy their own lives and will comply.
What is that?
It's a first draft. I wrote it this morning. I'm sending out inquiries to a couple of foundations to gauge interest in the project before sending full grant proposals.
So it's a project dealing with obedience.
Obedience to authority, more specifically. It would involve something which I refer to as action conformity, the degree to which a person's actions can be molded by the pressure of a group or an authority.
I see.
Currently, we see a great deal of experimentation with verbal acquiescence, getting subjects to say things they don't necessarily believe under pressure. For example, your tie is blue. You know it's a blue tie, but I say it's red. Some other people say it's red, so therefore you say it's red. This project will be a fairly stark departure from that kind of work. It would involve getting subjects to take significant action.
What kind of action?
Well, in this instance, they would be asked to inflict harm.
Inflict harm?
It was actually my hope that I could find a committed and responsible student to engage in some pilot work for me, so I have some data for the grant applications. However, before I provide any further detail, I do want to make it perfectly clear that this project would likely end up involving a considerable amount of work, and not be remotely as enjoyable as the mescaline study.
I don't mind the work, sir.
You're sure about that?
I am, truly.
This project is rather important to me, Sanders. I would need to be able to rely on you, your discretion in particular. You'll be working with human subjects, not rats. Subjects who thankfully won't deposit their feces in sawdust, but may find aspects of what they are asked to do to be somewhat disagreeable. For this study to work as it should, it would need to be handled discreetly.